Sleep problems and anxiety are two of the most common health challenges today. Millions of people struggle to fall asleep, stay asleep, or quiet a mind that refuses to slow down at night. Because of this, many people turn to supplements in search of a natural solution. One of the most popular options is magnesium. But does magnesium actually help sleep and anxiety? And what does clinical research really say? Magnesium supplements are widely marketed for relaxation, stress reduction, better sleep, muscle recovery, and mood support. Some products promise deep sleep. Others claim to calm anxiety or lower stress hormones. But the science tells a more nuanced story. Why magnesium matters. Magnesium is an essential mineral involved in more than 300 biochemical reactions in the human body. It plays a role in many important processes, including energy production, nerve signaling, muscle relaxation, and blood pressure regulation. Healthy foods rich in magnesium. Magnesium is also important for blood sugar control, bone health, and protein synthesis. But its role in the brain and nervous system is one of the main reasons scientists have studied magnesium for sleep and anxiety. Magnesium influences several systems involved in relaxation and sleep regulation. These include neurotransmitters and hormones that control the body's stress response. Because of these effects, magnesium is often called the body's calming mineral. Magnesium and the nervous system. One of magnesium's most important roles is regulating how neurons communicate with each other. Neurons constantly send electrical signals throughout the brain. If these signals become too active, the brain can become overstimulated. Magnesium helps prevent excessive neuronal activity. In other words, it helps the brain maintain balance between stimulation and relaxation. Magnesium influences several neurotransmitter systems. One of the most important is GABA. GABA is the brain's primary calming neurotransmitter. When GABA activity increases, the brain becomes more relaxed and less anxious. Magnesium also interacts with NMDA receptors, which are involved in excitatory brain signaling. By regulating these receptors, magnesium may help reduce excessive neuronal stimulation. Magnesium may also influence hormones that regulate the body's daily rhythm. These include melatonin, the hormone that signals nighttime, and cortisol, the body's main stress hormone. Together, these effects help explain why magnesium has been studied as a potential support for sleep quality and stress regulation. Magnesium and sleep. Scientists have long observed that people with low magnesium levels often report poorer sleep quality. They may experience difficulty falling asleep, fragmented sleep, shorter sleep duration, and persistent fatigue. But when researchers study magnesium supplements in clinical trials, the results are mixed. Overall, studies show modest improvements in sleep rather than dramatic changes. One frequently cited randomized clinical trial examined older adults with insomnia. Participants received 500 milligrams of magnesium daily for 8 weeks. Compared with placebo, the magnesium group experienced improvements in sleep efficiency, total sleep time, and the time needed to fall asleep. Researchers also observed higher melatonin levels and lower cortisol levels. These findings suggest magnesium may support sleep by helping regulate hormonal signals involved in the sleep cycle. More recent studies have examined different forms of magnesium, including magnesium bisglycinate and magnesium l-threonate. Some of these trials report small improvements in sleep quality and insomnia symptoms. However, many of these studies are small and short-term. Because of this, scientists generally describe the evidence as promising but limited. Magnesium appears to help some people, but it does not work for everyone. Magnesium and anxiety. Magnesium has also been studied for its potential effects on anxiety and stress. Several systematic reviews have examined clinical trials investigating magnesium supplementation. Overall, these reviews suggest magnesium may reduce mild anxiety symptoms in some individuals. But the evidence varies widely between studies. Benefits appear more likely in certain groups. These include people experiencing chronic stress, individuals with low magnesium intake, and people with conditions such as premenstrual syndrome. One study involving stressed adults with low magnesium levels found that 300 milligrams of magnesium daily for 8 weeks significantly reduced stress, anxiety, and depression scores. Another study found that magnesium supplementation helped reduce anxiety and improve sleep in patients recovering from heart surgery. However, not all studies show benefits. Because of this, researchers generally conclude that magnesium may help with mild anxiety, but should not be considered a primary treatment for anxiety disorders. Why magnesium works better for some people. One of the most important findings across studies is that magnesium appears to work best in people who already have low magnesium levels. Modern diets may contribute to low magnesium intake. Many diets today rely heavily on processed foods, which contain much less magnesium than whole foods. Magnesium-rich foods include leafy green vegetables, nuts and seeds, whole grains, legumes, and dark chocolate. Stress itself may also increase magnesium loss from the body. This can create a cycle where stress reduces magnesium levels, and lower magnesium levels may worsen the body's stress response. Magnesium is not a sleeping pill. Despite marketing claims, magnesium is not a sedative medication. It does not knock you out the way prescription sleep drugs can. Instead, magnesium works more subtly. It supports the biological systems that allow the brain to relax and transition naturally into sleep. For people with severe insomnia, magnesium alone is unlikely to solve the problem. Evidence-based treatments such as cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia are often more effective. However, magnesium can still be helpful as part of a broader sleep strategy. How to use magnesium safely. Different forms of magnesium vary in their absorption and effects on the body. Magnesium glycinate is often recommended for relaxation because it is well absorbed and less likely to cause digestive upset. For many adults, a typical supplemental dose ranges from 200 to 350 milligrams taken in the evening, Magnesium supplements can cause side effects at higher doses, including diarrhea, nausea, and abdominal cramping. People with kidney disease should consult a healthcare professional before using magnesium supplements. Magnesium plays an important role in the nervous system and sleep regulation. Research suggests it may provide modest improvements in sleep quality and mild anxiety relief for some people. The benefits appear strongest in people who have low magnesium intake, chronic stress, or poor sleep at baseline. However, magnesium should be viewed as a supportive tool rather than a cure. Used thoughtfully, magnesium supplementation can be a low-risk addition to a broader strategy for improving sleep and managing stress. And as always, if you have medical conditions or take medications, consult a healthcare professional before starting any new supplement